My husband walked off Family Feud because he said I was too stupid to win. Steve Harvey saw what I did next and lost his mind. We'd been married for 6 years when we got selected for the show. Tony had always been the smart one in the relationship. At least that's what he told everyone. He was a middle manager at a shipping company, but the way he talked, you'd think he ran the whole operation. I was a dental hygienist, which apparently meant I had nothing valuable to contribute to anything. When we got the call that our family was chosen, Tony immediately took over. He quizzed us every night, printed out study guides, assigned us categories. His mother, his brother, and his sister-in-law rounded out our team. Notice how none of my family was invited. We need people who can actually think under pressure, Tony explained when I asked about my cousin. His family nodded like this made perfect sense. The day of taping, Tony gave us a 30-minute speech in the parking lot about not embarrassing him. He looked directly at me when he said it. Steve Harvey came out, and the energy was incredible. Lights, music, the whole audience cheering. I'd never felt anything like it. We won the first round easily. Tony was practically glowing, taking credit for every answer even when his mother was the one who buzzed in. Second round, we were up against a family from Ohio. Sweet people. A mom and her 4 adult kids. The question came up. Name something you might find in a woman's purse. I was at the podium. I buzzed in fast. Lipstick. Number 1 answer. The crowd cheered. Steve gave me a high five. I felt amazing for about 3 seconds. Then came the next question. Name a famous landmark in France. I knew this. I absolutely knew this. The Eiffel Tower, I said confidently, except what came out of my mouth was the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The buzzer sounded. Wrong answer. I realized my mistake immediately, but it was too late. Tony's face turned red. Not embarrassed red, furious red. Steve Harvey made a joke to ease the tension. Something about wrong country. Close enough. The audience laughed. I laughed nervously. Tony did not laugh. When I walked back to our family podium, Tony grabbed my arm hard enough to leave a mark. I knew you'd do this, he hissed. One simple question and you blow it. His mother heard him and said nothing. His brother smirked. His sister-in-law looked at the floor. The Ohio family got the points and pulled ahead. We had a chance to steal on the next question. Tony was at the podium now, and he got it wrong too. Some question about breakfast foods, and he said pancakes, when the answer was eggs. The Ohio family won that round. As we walked off stage for the break, Tony completely lost it. He stopped in the middle of the set, cameras still rolling, and turned to face me. This is your fault, he said loudly. 6 years of marriage and you still can't do anything right. I'm done carrying you. Steve Harvey was maybe 15 feet away talking to a producer. He stopped mid-sentence. I'm not doing this anymore, Tony announced. I'm not going to stand here and lose because my wife is too stupid to know basic geography. Then he walked off the set, just left. His mother followed him. His brother and sister-in-law stood there looking confused. Then they left too. I was standing alone at the family podium, the audience completely silent. Steve Harvey walked over slowly. You okay? He asked quietly. I should have cried. Instead, something clicked inside me. Can we still play? I asked. Steve blinked. What? Can I still play? By myself? He looked at the producers. There was a lot of whispering. Someone making a phone call. Finally, Steve turned back to me. Technically, you need at least one family member at the podium. You're a family member. You're at the podium. He grinned. Let's play. The audience went absolutely crazy. Fast money round. I was alone. 200 points needed to win. Steve read the questions. I answered. Name something people do at a wedding. Dance. 38 points. Name a yellow fruit. Banana. 45 points. Name something you find at the beach. Sand. 50 points. Name a part of the body that gets sunburned. Nose. 28 points. Name something kids bring to show and tell. Pet. 41 points. Total 202 points. I won. Alone. Steve Harvey jumped up and down. The audience was on their feet screaming. Confetti everywhere. $20,000. Mine. When I got back to the hotel that night, Tony and his family were already there. They'd watched the rest of the taping on a monitor backstage. He tried to hug me when I walked in, big smile on his face, talking about how proud he was of me, how he knew I could do it. We should celebrate, he said, as a family. I looked at him, at his mother pretending nothing happened, at his brother who'd laughed when Tony grabbed my arm, at his sister-in-law who'd stared at the floor. No, I said simply. Tony's smile flickered. What do you mean? I mean no. You walked out. You called me stupid on national television. Now you want to celebrate my win like it's yours. I held up the check. This is mine. I earned it alone because you made sure I was alone.